Oh my gosh. We're on the airplane now, 10 minutes from landing in San Jose, and it is the worst turbulence I have ever felt in my entire life.
Yeah, I'm holding on to the seats.
I had a panic attack about 10 minutes ago and started crying because I thought the plane was crashing. Okay, finally it's starting to open up a bit. That was so scary. The weather is so bad, they couldn't land the plane. They're circling the plane down, doing another approach. Hopefully we'll get to land this time. We're back in the turbulence, back in the clouds. We have some terrible updates, guys. We're being deported from Costa Rica. I'm not, Didi is. I'm voluntarily leaving with him. Couldn't leave my man to be deported alone. Not what we planned at all. Extremely frustrating. We're under surveillance by a cop.
Yeah, the guy in the green jacket behind me. So now we're trying to figure out a way to get out from here. Next plane they put us on is at 7 a.m. tomorrow. We can't afford to get stuck at the airport for 15 hours, just wasting time. Wish us best. Just got some Imperial beer. And
the only Costa Rican thing we're gonna get to do in this freaking country. You Costa Rican, I have a lot of Costa Rican friends. I hope your country is better and nicer, and I feel like it probably is in my experience. I think I've cried more today between almost thinking that our flight was gonna crash to then not being able to get into Costa Rica than I have cried in like a really long time. But we've come to the conclusion the only way that we're gonna get out of here tonight is on like a $5,000 flight, and we've already lost like $3,000 on this trip at this point, so that's not an option. So we are gonna continue to just chill in the airport with our supervision over here. You can see him through the crack. Now we're gonna be spending the night in the airport.
they're gonna put us back in a flight to Houston, where we have no reason to go to. But I guess we'll make the most out of it, go to Houston, probably get some kind of accommodation there and try to work for a few days before heading back to Dallas or even Turkey or Nepal.
So that's our story as of now. I'm really trying to change my attitude. Right now I'm super pissed, I'm super sad, I'm super frustrated, but I'm trying to change my attitude. I'm trying to be happy, make the best of this. At least we get to hang out
At the airport
in Costa Rica. Alright, we'll update you guys shortly. I still feel like crying. Okay guys, we are in our holding area for the night. I'll give you guys a quick check-in, show you around. It's not too bad actually. It's just like a closed down gate, but it's fully walled in. Our babysitter supervisor is back there guarding the only exit out of this box. So we're gonna be here for the next 12 hours exactly.
A very busy week this coming week, so we're just trying to do this in the best possible manner, even though we are under arrest.
We're just detained. We're not under arrest. If we were under arrest, we would have cuffs on, but we are definitely detained. There's no question about that. We are detained, waiting to be deported. Never in my life, guys. Well, I actually am not even being deported. I am just staying committed to my man who's being deported. But you know, all these like people talk about passport privilege and you know, I think that's a very real thing that a lot of like Americans and Northern Europeans don't quite understand. And until I was traveling with someone with one of the top 10 worst passports in the world, did I really realize how much of a privilege I have with my US passport. Customs, immigration, everything is a breeze for me. Even today, even with all the stuff that was going on, they were like, looked at my passport for like 2 seconds and I was in. So definitely very, very real, guys. Hopefully this changes, and hopefully one of you, or maybe me, or maybe Dikpal can change that someday.
Whenever going gets tough, you just gotta work harder and make the most out of it. What do you think?
Good advice. We actually came up with a new plan incredibly quickly. I don't know if it's the airlines, United Airlines, or if it's the Costa Rican government, but somehow we're getting a flight from San Jose to Houston for free. We have that flight. It leaves tomorrow at 7:50 a.m. And then from there, we're going to stay in Houston for 2 days. We just booked a really nice hotel. I am exhausted and drained from this whole ordeal. So we're going to chill out in Houston for a couple days. We both have super important like work meetings and a lot of responsibility this week at work that requires us to be really fresh. So we decided to make the best of being rerouted to Houston. Gonna settle down, stay there for 2 days, recuperate, eat some good food, get some rest, and then we will be flying to Fort Myers, Florida, and we will be staying there until we can get back to Turkey and get settled into our own place. Okay guys, it's almost bedtime. I'm gonna be sleeping here on the floor tonight. I just got into my pajamas. This is my little area. I have my suitcase secured here where no one can steal it. I bought this pillow from Amazon right before this trip. Didi told me not to buy it. He thought I was really dumb. But this pillow has been freaking amazing. Especially now, I'm super glad I have one. And I bet Didi wishes he had one too.
It doesn't take much to blow it up, does it? Looks like a weapon. Like a machete.
And so it's really cool. So then you like put it together down here. This is what holds it onto your body, especially when you're on the plane or traveling. This keeps it from like getting lost or falling on that nasty plane floor. And then you take your pillow like this, put it like this, and then boom. It's really good for side sleepers too. Look at this.
Nice. I'm glad you are making the most out of this. We're hoping to sleep in a 5-star hotel in San Jose, Costa Rica, but we ended up down here. Megan made it really comfortable.
This was the best I could do. We have packing cubes as pillows, beach towels as blankets. So for considering this was everything that we had in the carry-on, we are improvised quite well.
Looks pretty cozy actually.
It's not bad.
The gentleman over there in the middle is guarding our exit so that I don't run away. And yeah, it's just an empty area.
Good morning, sunshine. I slept pretty good, but then my hips started hurting from sleeping on the floor, so then I moved to these benches over here and I was a lot more comfortable. I was really getting cozy when our security guard came and woke us up. And now we have to move on. Okay guys, our security guard wakes us up this morning like 3 hours before our flight. We think that's a little weird, but we have no idea like where they're taking us to. So then they take us to go and board a flight to Denver. But they told us they were rerouting us to Houston. So we have a hotel room booked in Houston and we have our trip to Florida booked out of Houston. So after quite a few tears, arguments, and getting a little aggressive. That was the first time we've got aggressive through this whole thing, by the way. A really nice guy who actually spoke English came and took over as our security guard and helped us get rebooked to Houston. The second most Costa Rican thing we're gonna do this entire trip. Drink some coffee.
Yeah, at least we get to look outside of the airport. It's been rough, but good thing it's weekend and we don't have to work that much. For Monday, we don't have any excuses and we get back to grinding again.
Thanks for bearing with us through this journey. It means a lot.
Thanks guys. Salute.
It's time to go back.
We are officially leaving, not by choice. Well, actually, I guess it is kind of by choice.
This is like locked up abroad, but not as harsh, you know?
Yeah, even though we were detained, we were not arrested and had no handcuffs, and no one touched us physically.
Thank you for joining us guys in the last 24 hours. I'm glad I could share this, we could share this experience with you all. Join us next time when we fly out to Florida via Houston, and please like and subscribe to our channel.
DM Adventures, Deported.